I'm a very patient man because I wanted to speak to this man ever since he and his Indiana Hoosiers won it all against the Miami Hurricanes, but he's very particular. Hey, listen, we're all paying rent in this man's world. It's now finally time to speak with Curt Cignetti here on the Rich Eisen Show, Indiana head football coach. Good to see you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, Rich, you're the last one before I go on vacation. We saved the best for last.
Thank you, sir. Where are we going? Do we want to share? Where are you going on vacation?
A little time away. We'll do a week with the fam at a beach house somewhere in South Carolina, South Carolina Beach, and we'll see. Got a few other things going on.
So here's the follow-up question. Can you unwind? Can you do that, Curt Cignetti?
That's a great question.
Thank you, sir. I only ask those.
Yeah. If I get up in the morning and go for a walk with my wife, then I'm relaxed to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a cocktail or two, and then I'm good.
All right. Here's a follow-up. What is the cocktail of choice for Curt Cignetti? What is that?
Well, summer cocktail, and it's usually a vodka and tonic. And I'm not a big drinker, but a little tequila. Yeah, you got to have a little tequila.
Okay, I like it. And do you put the phone away? Does the cell phone go away?
There are times, the cell phone will be turned off. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So if you don't mind me hitting the Wayback Machine, because I've been wanting to ask you this question for months.
Mm-hmm.
The national championship game against Miami, 9 minutes and change to go. You're on the 12-yard line. It's 4th and 4. Did you have any thoughts of kicking a field goal? Walk me through, if you don't mind, that moment on the sideline with you, your staff, your quarterback.
Not really. And we had gone for it on 4th down a little earlier, too, on plus 37. And we the only reason we ran the field goal team out there was to buy some time.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going to call timeout. And but we had the call ready to go. You got to play to win. You got to trust the players. Put the pressure on the defense. I learned when I was a younger head coach. A couple times maybe guilty of playing not to lose. You got to trust the players. You got to trust the players to make the plays.
And you look Mendoza in the eye. What's that like? Or you're just he already earned your trust a million ways to Sunday or Saturday at that point in time, or Monday.
Yeah, well, it's not a super complicated play that we dialed up, but there were RPOs involved, and they were in an advantageous look. And he played his best football with the game on the line, and it was just a matter of here's a play, let's go.
When did you learn he was special, Curt? When did you learn that?
I really liked him at Cal. I thought he had a lot of talent. Georgia and Miami were the final two we had to overcome to get him. So, he wasn't an under-the-radar guy by any means. He needs some work in the pocket, footwork-wise. He didn't have great protection at Cal. He had a big game against Illinois, our first Big Ten game here at home. He really started to make big-time progress, build on his successes. Played really good at the end of the Iowa game, which we won in the last minute. Then out at Oregon, kind of same thing, made a mistake and overcame it, led us to a victory. The Penn State comeback. Wow.
Right.
Never seen anything like it.
Neither have I.
Yeah. And you know what? We've all seen him interviewed. He come off a little geeky. The guy's a lion as a competitor. He is ferocious, tough, and, makes plays with his arm and his legs.
He seems too good to be true. That's another phrase about him, right? Like, he's so genuine, but some people think his genuineness might not be real, Coach,
No, it's real. And very deep guy. Extremely intelligent, can talk about a lot of different things, but, committed to be great. When Tom Brady was his idol, and I've never been around a guy in 45 years that prepared like he did. He covered every base and then some. I learned from him. The great ones, you learn from the great ones.
What'd you learn from him? What'd you learn?
The level of detail and preparation and how it never ends.
Mm-hmm.
How it never ends.
Right.
And you know what else?
What?
The way he played and the toughness he displayed really pulled that team together, and he was a great team guy.
Yeah, and you could see that when he's talking, even at OTAs right now with the Raiders. You could see that he mentions it, and again, it might come across as like, well, it's quarterback just saying the right things and leaders saying the right things, but it does, as I mentioned, come across to me as genuine. Certainly, when I've gotten a chance to chat with him. Did you chat with Brady during the draft process at all, or did he reach out to you about him?
No, I talked to the head coach, new head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to the new GM about another matter, or the GM, but no, they didn't need to talk to me. They let the film, and, it's right there on tape. The tape don't lie.
It certainly does not. I've got Curt Cignetti, national champion head coach here on the Rich Eisen Show. One other aspect about decisions and hitting the Wayback Machine, if you don't mind me hitting, was your decision to leave Alabama. Coach, I'm serious. Like I take a look at because I've Googled you many times, and your decision to say, okay, I'm an assistant at Alabama with Nick Saban, and let's put it this way: this isn't the first coaching gig you've had with Indiana University in the title, except this one was Indiana University of Pennsylvania Division II. Why did you do that back in the day?
Yeah, I wanted to be a head coach all my life. My dad was a coach. I knew in third grade I wanted to coach. I always wanted to be a head coach. I'd gotten a great break at a young age, but what would be P4 now, with Rice in the Southwest Conference, but I was with some losing programs for a long time, so never really advanced very much. And just wasn't in position to get a head coaching job. And I didn't want to be a 60-year-old assistant. And I guarantee you there's never been a move made like that in this profession before. Took a big pay cut. Two girls in high school wanted to be doctors, went on to become doctors, son freshman in college. Finally, my wife agreed to it, but I woke up many morning like, what did I do, early on. But, it all worked out. I didn't wake up every day saying I got to get to this level. I just kind of worked my job, and everywhere we went, we turned it around big early on, and same thing here.
So it wasn't much of a decision factor for you. You're just like, this is it. I feel like this is my moment to grab a head coaching gig.
I was done being an assistant coach. I was done. I'd learned a lot from Coach Saban. I was with him 4 years. The first year, I felt like I was ready, and I just made the decision that this isn't what I want to do anymore. I don't want to be an assistant coach anymore. It's time to bet on myself and take a chance. And if we ended up at IUP for 20 years, won a bunch of games, so be it. My wife was from that town. My parents still lived in that town. We didn't May recruit, so we'd go golfing every day in May. It was a pretty good life.
Do you reflect on moments like this when not asked about it directly by people like me, now that you're a national champion head coach at Indiana University of Bloomington?
Occasionally, yeah. I mean, it's hard not to think about, like, wow, 11 years ago, or somebody wants you to do a commercial and you can make twice as much as you made your first 2 years at IUP. I mean, 10 hours of work.
Does it involve a talking duck? Is that what is that what?
I know nothing.
Okay. I think I sniffed something out. Okay. Very good. By the way, that's a great Hogan's Hero reference right there. I got that one. Coach Cignetti here on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, let's talk about the here and now. You've got Josh Hoover in your program now. I loved what you said at the podium, Coach, that he's met his two new best friends, right? A running game and a defense. Has he gotten familiar with his two new best friends so far?
Yeah. Well, I had to cover his back a little bit on that one. He's right where all the other ones have been. Every guy we've had since 19 has been player of the year in the league. Curtis Rourke actually led the country in QBR, but was not player of the year in the league. But, they all do some good things in the spring and some bad things. And this time of year in the summer, I'm still concerned about a lot of things with the football team. And but he's having a great summer, and he'll be a different guy in fall camp, build on his early season successes, and let's go. That's the plan.
What are you concerned about that you're willing to share? What are your concerns?
Oh, I think every coach in America, you never have enough. Whether it's depth, frontline guys, it's always something. Trust me.
Okay. And then in terms of players that might be knocking on your door rather than the other way around, with potentially more stars than you've been used to having knocking on your door, does that change your philosophy in who you allow into your program, Coach?
No. Toughness, number one, they got to have a certain amount of ability, obviously. Character is huge, and intelligence. Yeah, I mean, there's more guys we can get in on and get on campus. But you got to be smart too, because the market's always changing, and this high school market is it's out there. So you really can't go all the way with everybody you'd like to, because you got to be able to keep your good players and add a few guys in the portal where you got critical needs.
When you say market, is that dollars and cents you're referring to? Money?
Yeah, players get played now.
I'm aware of that, sir. How often do players walk into your office and say, you're not paying me enough?
Never.
Really?
Now, they all got agents nowadays. And so, every once in a while, my recruiting guy will walk in and say, I heard from so-and-so, and Johnny wondering if, and it's pretty easy. No.
Because why? You're just not going to be put in a position of negotiating, that you're not a negotiator as the head coach of Indiana football, national champion head coach, or what? Like, what's that?
Well, the time for negotiations when the season's over. And now the high school deal, I mean, when you're recruiting, you got agents calling your guy, and I don't deal with agents anymore. I let our people deal with them, and they come to me. And, it's like anything else. How bad do you want it?
Well, as you know, the conversation is just nonstop. The few minutes I have left with you, Curt Cignetti, it's nonstop about what can be done to reel in college football or make it better or make it more uniform. If you could wave a wand, Curt Cignetti, and say, this is a new rule, it would be what for you?
I don't think there's one rule.
Okay.
I just think there's got to be somebody in charge that has the power to make the rules and enforce the rules.
Like a commissioner is what you're saying, essentially?
Or if it's the NCAA, let's empower them to do their job. Let them change with the times.
And that would be to take, because again, what you're talking about, players get paid now, to professionalize this aspect of college athletics. Is that what you're suggesting? Because I would do that. I would 100% do that.
Well, I, two different things here. Number one, the NCAA needs to be able to enforce the rules, and the courts have made it impossible for them to do that. Okay. Point B, where are we going? Could we be headed in that direction? It's quite possible. I think anything is possible at this point. I do think we're at a tipping point. I think some of the things that happened in the last couple of days was a real plus for college football. And we need to move forward in a positive direction.
You're referring to Brendan Sorsby's case, if you will, is what you're referring to?
I am, and not necessarily him.
Right.
Just the gambling issue in general. I know Brendan a little bit. He was actually in the program for about a week and a half when I was hired. I think he's an outstanding quarterback and a great kid, and I think he's going to be a great pro, with the proper support to overcome some of the issues he's had. I think he's got a lot of talent, and there'll be an NFL team be real happy to have him.
Before I let you go, sir, to your vacation and enjoy that time, what do you say, Curt Cignetti, to people who think it was a one and done for you? Hey, nice run you had there, but Indiana is not going to become the powerhouse on a yearly basis, let alone a champion once again. What do you say to people who think this might have been a one-hit wonder last year, Coach?
Rich,
yes, sir.
I eliminate the noise and the clutter.
I'm bringing the noise and the clutter and the funk all to your front door right now. What do you say to those
Sounds
people?
like somebody
the rat poison.
Graduated from Michigan and Northwestern.
Yes, right. I have 2 degrees too.
I know you do.
I know. What do you say to those people though that say that sort of thing?
Well, we got to prove it. doesn't matter what I say. We got to prove it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir, for the time. Don't be such a stranger. I'm knocking on your door all the time. I love talking to you. I hope that, this is even remotely, mutual. But I just love the way you go about your business, man.
I appreciate it. I told you we saved the best for last. We did.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you do know, again, you block out all the noise and the clutter. You're the king of the memes and the arched eyebrows and stuff like that. Has your family members brought that to your attention?
My wife doesn't understand the sensation, why everybody's so enthralled. She said, "Most boring guy in the world."
Come on now. She wants to take long walks with you coming up in the next week. I'm sure you got something to say. So, enjoy it. Enjoy it.
All right, man.
Thanks again. That's Curt Cignetti, everybody. Indiana football coach here on the Rich Eisen Show. God, do I love talking with him. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.